Welcome to Turnpike Sports. I'm Dave Weischadle, and as always, I'm joined by my producer and co-host, Doug Weischadle. Doug, 'tis the law, won a very weird Belmont Stakes. It seemed very weird without spectators, like all the sports do. But that's
what I was going to say. Every sport seems a little off.
This one's a little weird.
Yeah, but
I don't know why. I don't know why this one felt more strange without spectators than the other sports. It was very quiet.
Well, horse racing is always a unique sport in and of itself. But again, it was fun to watch. 'Tis the law. I mean,
everyone knew who was going to win.
He was in second and third place, coming around the top, coming around the last bend, and then he just took off.
Sure.
And it was really interesting to watch how that horse just separated itself from the rest of the pack. It was actually probably a really, really good day of racing if there were crowds. It just felt kind of odd still, not seeing any crowds there.
So, I guess we're still waiting to see how baseball shakes out, whether the players and owners come together on an agreement, and whether this crazy coronavirus makes that all irrelevant and wipes out the season anyway, because 5 Philadelphia Phillies and 3, the 3 staff members of the Philadelphia Phillies organization.
Phillies,
yeah, so...
well, also, now you have the NBA. They're looking at it a little bit more seriously now, too, because of what's going on. Florida spiking. They just had a couple days of almost 4,000 cases per day, and Adam Silver is over there voicing a little concern about what's going on. And we'll talk about some of the precautions they're taking in one of the exits coming up about if they restart the season.
It's very odd, and it should be, I guess the next couple of weeks will tell the story, but it's been a busy week in sports, and let's take a trip down the Turnpike. And today's trip down the Turnpike is brought to you by Drizzly, your online liquor store available in over 95 cities across North America. Drizzly offers a huge selection and competitive pricing with a side of personalized content. Now there's no need to leave the house. Get alcohol delivered in less than an hour by Drizzly. Head on over to drizzly.com and order today, and now get $5 off your first order of $20 or more when using our promo code DRINK19 at checkout. Shop beer, wine, and liquor with drizzly.com.
Exit 1.
Even with live sports just starting up and maybe the NFL, on track to start their season on time, it hasn't stopped the NFL from making history, and one team in particular made NFL history this past week. The Denver Broncos made a deal not just with one, but with 2 sports books.
Okay.
The first ever deal between an NFL team and a sports betting entity. The Broncos announced 2 deals, one with FanDuel, one with Betfred.
Okay.
And we've had Betfred on the show a couple of times. And
Betfred's great.
Yeah.
Betfred is huge.
One of the
Europe.
most innovative
huge in
companies,
Europe.
too.
Yeah.
Let's just go through the deals. And these are going to be probably the models for other teams to do.
Okay.
FanDuel first. Basic sports betting deal that we've seen in other sports where it's in-stadium signage, radio, TV promotions geared toward the Colorado betting audience because it's Denver Broncos.
Sure.
They're the official sports betting entity and the official daily fantasy sports entity for the Broncos.
Okay.
For Betfred, same type of deal. In stadium signage, radio, TV, all those promotions, but each of them has a couple different parts to them.
All right.
And differentiating them, FanDuel is going to be doing once-in-a-lifetime experiences. No details on what those are going to be.
That's for fans, I guess. That's some kind of fan promotion?
Exactly.
All right, okay.
And also unique offers for FanDuel customers, both in the sports betting and the daily fantasy sports areas.
All right, okay.
Betfred, they did something similar to what William Hill did with the New Jersey Devils. they did a hospitality lounge.
So are they going to actually have a lounge in the stadium, or how is that going to work?
They did a tent.
Okay, there's a tent, I guess,
Outside
outside.
the
So when
Mile
you're
High Stadium.
tailgating, you can place your bets. Well, I guess it's mobile. You can place your bets anywhere.
Well,
but,
what they're going to be
you
doing
know.
is just like what William Hill has.
All right.
They're going to have people set up there to actually help people sign up for the Betfred sportsbooks
All right.
and mobile offerings. And they're going to be able to place bets outside the stadiums.
Great. Okay.
Also, Betfred is going to be having a retail casino in the Saratoga Casino Blackhawk.
We have a retail sports book.
I'm sorry, I
in the
misspoke there.
casino. What casino is that?
Saratoga Casino Blackhawk,
All right.
just outside Denver.
Okay.
So a couple different areas where they're different, but I think what Betfred did is probably going to be a model for a lot of the stadiums coming down the road here.
Sure.
With the hospitality tent outside. You may even see a betting lounge at some point inside a stadium. But it'll be interesting to see exactly where everything goes.
They got to take advantage of the the parties outside and the the tailgating and the craziness outside of every stadium that happens right before the football game. So it's I think it's great for them. It's a good exposure for them too. But I got to tell you, I kind of remember when the professional leagues hated sports betting. They thought it was the most evil thing in the world. Now they're really embracing it. Boy, it's interesting.
They went from hating to loving it.
In a flash of a blink of an eye. Blink of an eye.
Almighty dollar sign.
Oh, it's the most evil thing in the world. It's legal. Okay, let's really embrace it now.
Let's get our chunk.
Yeah.
Exit 2.
Now, every week I talk about the different developments in eSports, whether it's broadcasting or who's making a deal with who or what types of games are coming out. Rarely do I talk about, I can't say this is apparel, this is accessories, I guess.
All right.
The Danish esports tournament organizer Blast has partnered with Dutch watchmaker TW Steel.
Oh, okay. So this is going to be a wristwatch, huh?
This is a wristwatch.
Or
these are 2 wristwatches.
I haven't worn a watch in a long time. I keep the time by my phone. It's always with me. No, okay.
They're going to be developing co-branded wristwatches based upon the game Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
All right.
They're going to have elements of the game merged into the watches. Now, that's a fancy way of saying both of them are going to have the Counter-Strike Global Offensive crosshair on the watch, as well as the Blast logo.
All right. Okay.
They're going to be co-branded. You're going to see TW Steel on the watch. You're going to see the Blast logo, and then you're going to see, in some way, shape, or form, the crosshairs from Counter-Strike.
All right.
The 2 different versions, the Maverick chronograph is going to have a military-style watch where it has the big dial and then the 2 little dials next to it.
Yeah.
And one of the little dials is going to be a crosshair in bright white.
All right.
The other one, the Valenti, is going to have just the crosshair dead center in the middle of the watch.
These things sound expensive. How much are they?
Well, if you go to twsteel.com and go to their collections
All right.
Section of their website, you can pre-order both of these watches.
All right.
The Valenti version is pre-order for $169.
$169. That's U.S. dollars.
$169.
That's not bad. That's a lot cheaper than I thought.
Their regular price, once they are on the market, really,
okay,
$249.
All right. So if you want these things, pre-order, right?
And the Maverick one,
all right,
is going to pre-sale for $339.
Ooh, okay.
Regular priced $469.
All right. So so the moral of this story is pre-order if you want these watches.
Pre-order. But again, this is something unique that Blast is doing. They've done a couple of things like this in the past. They were one of the first esports tournaments to sign up Kit Kat as a sponsor.
All right.
So they were giving out Kit Kat candy as well as other signage opportunities throughout games during the tournament. So they're always thinking a little outside the box, Blast, and it's actually nice to see that.
The only branded watch I have, which, like I said, I never wear them. I never wear watches anymore, is I have a Philadelphia Phillies watch. It's a really good watch. I just never wear it. I guess I should start wearing it. So.
I've got a cell phone with a clock on it.
Yeah.
Plus, my computers all have clocks on them, so I'm surrounded by clocks. The cable boxes have clocks on them now, too. So I rarely use the watch.
Well, look, if you're in a casino or a sports book, they don't have clocks in there, so
No,
maybe it's good.
now.
Yeah, I know. Maybe it's still good. You have a watch. I got to start. I'm going to start wearing them more. This story convinced me. I'm not sure if I'm going to order these, but I'm going to start wearing my watches.
Exit 3.
The NFL is starting up, so you know what this means.
What's that?
Another season of Hard Knocks.
This will be very interesting, given the state of sports and how it's reacting to this virus. So this should be very interesting.
Well, it's going to be interesting for another reason. This
right.
is the first season they're going to be doing 2 teams.
Okay, all right.
They're going to be doing the 2 Los Angeles teams, the Rams and the Chargers.
Well, at least they're in the same city, so it's not too not a lot of heavy lifting for the crew.
No. But this is a shortened season, it looks like.
Sure.
Normally there's 8 episodes. I think last year they had 5, right?
I don't know. I can't remember.
But they're going to be doing 5 again, I think.
It's tougher because, usually Hard Knocks, I'm into the binge watching thing. So, when I watch Hard Knocks, it's usually on demand, and I have a whole bunch of them all together. So it's hard to figure out how many episodes they had last year.
Well, this is going to be interesting for another reason as well. I found this out. This is the first time you're going to see a coach that was in another season.
Oh, okay.
Anthony Lynn, the
right.
head coach of the Chargers, he was on the Jets training staff when they did that season.
Which, by the way, is still the best.
It is the
Hard
best
Knocks
season.
there is,
And last season has been uncategorically classified as the worst season with the Raiders.
Yeah.
Showed a lot of promise.
It was only interesting because of Antonio Brown.
Well, that was interesting.
Weird.
When I was doing a little research for this little exit here, I didn't know the problems the Raiders caused HBO for all of this.
Why would they?
They denied them access into a lot of areas. They let them film. Then they denied them either the footage or they denied the rights to air it.
There was so many problems with regard to last year and the personnel they had. And like I said, Antonio Brown I don't know what the hell was going on behind the scenes. He had the foot issue, and then he had the helmet issue, and then who knows? Maybe, I can see them doing that.
Well, again,
I can see them denying access to
they
cameras.
shouldn't have done the season then.
Well, how would they know? I'm sure they made plans before everything started.
Well, the Raiders signed off on everything at the start of the season, but as the season went on, they didn't even show a lot of the interaction between the coaches and cutting personnel.
Well, it just got weirder and weirder. As every week that passed, it got weirder and weirder with the personnel,
Most of the footage they had was just on Gruden.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand. He's a great guy to watch, but, he can't run the entire series. Yeah. And that's only basically, it was almost like the John Gruden show.
Yeah.
Like how the Michael Jordan documentary went from the Bulls documentary to Michael Jordan documentary. Hard Knocks last year should have just been called the Oakland John Grudens.
Exit 4.
Now, as I said at the top of the show, I teased it a little bit, with the NBA restarting, or potentially restarting, depending on how the coronavirus spreads in Florida.
Yeah.
They have taken some precautions in terms of how the players would be able to not only interact with each other, but also detect whether or not they have coronavirus. And one of the technological aspects of all this is the NBA Smart Ring.
I saw this. Yeah, I saw the article on it. Yeah,
it's a smart ring. It has technology in it that keeps track of the temperature, heart rate, sleeping patterns, and respiratory rates of the people wearing it.
Okay.
So in this case, it'll be the players.
All right.
I don't know if they're going to have the coaches do it or any of the staff.
I guess anyone who's around or who's in contact with anyone who could potentially have the virus. So I would guess they would have it.
Well, I took a look around at the memos that were being circulated everywhere, and there was no mention of staff or employees of the teams wearing these devices. It was really for the players.
But this device is to detect the possibility of coronavirus, right?
It can predict COVID-19 symptoms up to 3 days in advance with a 90% accuracy rate.
I saw this and I'm thinking, why are they doing this technology for professional athletes? There are nurses, there are paramedics, there are doctors, there are police, there are firemen. Shouldn't they have this technology? Wouldn't it benefit society if they had the technology and this ring first instead of athletes?
It's cost prohibitive.
Unbelievable.
Multi-millionaires,
Just a thought,
billion-dollar league can actually afford this type of stuff. But also the ring can be synced up with a smartphone app that players can check themselves.
Wow.
Now,
again, first responders should have this technology.
But one other thing, it's not mandatory. Players do not have to wear this.
Yeah.
But that's not the only thing they're using. I found out they're also going to be doing some wearable technology. They have wearable alarm in terms of a social distancing alarm.
So if someone gets too close to another player,
right,
something goes off,
exactly.
An alarm goes off?
They get a little alarm on their smartphone or whatever device they're using. They're also going to be using the Disney Magic Band.
What is that?
It's a wearable band that they can wear during workouts and games and wherever they're playing, wherever they're going within the Disney system there. It acts as a hotel room key, so they don't have to shuffle around with things.
Oh, okay.
It's also a security. It can be used at security for checkpoint. They can log them in, log them out, that sort of thing, and also for coronavirus screenings.
So really, I mean, this thing is almost. You can't leave the grounds without everyone knowing about it.
Right,
That's what they're
exactly.
talking about. Wow, this is.
And also, I don't know if they're going to have the families wear them either.
I'm not sure if that's going to go over well with the players, but that should be interesting.
I mean,
it's
being attorneys, I think the phrasing we're going to use is a slippery slope of invasion of privacy.
Yeah, boy,
and that's really up to the players to do it. I
guess they really want the curfew in really intact.
Well, it's not really for curfew purposes.
Yeah, but it can be used
if they leave the campus of wherever they're playing. They got to know that, because then when they come back in, they probably have to test or quarantine the person again.
All right.
So, I mean, it's a safety issue, but also it's a privacy issue.
Yeah.
And I don't know how the families are going to feel about wearing something like that as well.
And today's trip down the Turnpike was brought to you by Drizzly, your online liquor store available in over 95 cities across North America. Drizzly offers a huge selection and competitive pricing with a side of personalized content. Now there's no need to leave the house. Get alcohol delivered in less than an hour by Drizzly. Head on over to drizzly.com and order today, and now get $5 off your first order of $20 or more when using our promo code DRINK19 at checkout. Shop beer, wine, and liquor with drizzly.com.
And as always, you can get in touch with us at 609-512-59110. That's our call or text line. At Turnpike Sports is the show's handle on Facebook and Twitter. At Turnpike Sports Radio is the handle on Instagram. Email address is info@turnpikesportsradio.com. Head on over to turnpikesportsradio.com to find out where you can listen to us. You can subscribe to the show audio-wise. Pandora Podcast, now on Spotify. iTunes, iHeartMedia also distributes the show, the radio.com mobile app, and to watch us on smart TV, your Roku, Amazon Fire, or Apple TV devices, head on over to turnpikesports.net for our smart TV channel.
And coming up, we're going to have a By the Numbers segment where we let the numbers do the talking. And after that, we're going to have a Turnpike Sports book report where we talk about what's going on in the sports books across the country. So stick around. We'll be right back with more Turnpike Sports. Supercharge your productivity at home or work with the Life Hack Pack from More Labs. Use promo code Radio15 at morelabs.com to get 15% off your first purchase of the Life Hack Pack or any of their other great products. That's promo code Radio15 to take advantage of this great promo of 15% off your first purchase at morelabs.com. The Life Hack Pack from More Labs. Drink smart with morning recovery, sleep easy with Dream Well, and get more done with Liquid Focus. You can finally do it all with help from More Labs. Hey, this is Dave Weischadle from Turnpike Sports with this week's Bet Flash. The NFL's Denver Broncos has entered into sports betting partnerships with FanDuel and Betfred. The sportbook operators will both have access to team logos and trademarks as well as signage in the Broncos Stadium. FanDuel will also be the team's partner for daily fantasy sports, while Betfred will have a branded lounge outside of the stadium. Illinois has gone live with online sports betting. Rivers Casino, which opened the state's first retail sportsbook, launched last week, becoming the state's first mobile sportsbook. The state also granted mobile licenses to 6 other casinos. And finally, Derek Stevens, owner of the Circa Resort and Casino, announced when his downtown property will open. According to Stevens, on October 28th, the doors will open to the world's biggest sportsbook. The book will have 3 stories of stadium-style seating, which can accommodate 1,000 people, and will have a high-definition screen which will be visible from the pool. From the seaside to the desert, from the betting lines to the sites online, Turnpike Sports has got you covered. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at Turnpike Sports.
Psst. Yeah, you. Come here. Haven't you heard? We don't need to hide anymore. Now, we can shop privately for adult products at adamandeve.com. They've got massage oils, lingerie, and lots more we can't mention here. Use offer code SPICE404. They'll give you 50% off almost any one item, 3 free DVDs, free mystery gift, and free shipping. That's 50% off, free shipping, and more. Private shopping starts at adamandeve.com.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-515-1558. 800-515-1558.
And By the Numbers is sponsored by Play Sugar House Online Casino and Sportsbook in New Jersey. Sign up at playsugarhouse.com/Pike and get a first deposit match of $250. Enjoy the casino experience online. Play Sugar House offers over 400 games online, slots, table games, even bingo. It's like being in a casino without leaving your home. That's playsugarhouse.com/Pike to get your first deposit match up to $250 today. Must be 21 years or older and physically present in New Jersey. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit 800gambler.org.
Now, we haven't done a By the Numbers segment in a while.
Well, there hasn't been too much to speak of
No,
with
that's
regard
true.
to numbers
That's true.
in the sports betting world.
But I thought we'd do something a little different. Normally I have a couple different stories attached to the numbers, but Derek Stevens over in Vegas has announced the opening date or partial opening date of his newest property, Circa Resort and Casino.
Yeah, no, it's supposed to be, well, I guess the crown jewel of sports betting in Las Vegas will be the, what's it actually called? Circa, or will it have a different name to it?
It's going to be under the banner of Circa Sports.
Yeah.
Because he's got a couple of Circa Sports books.
Is going to be the biggest sports book in the
world's
country?
biggest sports
World's
book.
biggest. Oh,
But
okay.
I figured let's go through some of the numbers
right.
attached to this property because it's very unique in terms of what's being offered in Nevada
All
or
right.
Las Vegas right now. Won't know what's going to happen with the new $1.4 billion casino being built, but right now this is going to be one of the bigger attractions. The entire property is going to be 1.25 million square feet.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be huge.
Oh, my God.
They're going to open on October 28th with the first 5 floors of amenities and the state-of-the-art parking hub that they are calling the Garage Mahal.
Okay.
This guy doesn't do anything.
Hey, let me
small.
tell you something. If you're in the casino business, that's the first problem you have to tackle, and that's parking.
Yeah.
You know, it's something you don't think about, but parking is huge for casino properties.
Well, the Garage Mahal.
Garage. That's the actual title
They're
of it?
calling it, yes.
Okay.
Will have 9 stories.
All right.
Just for parking. And it's going to have a rideshare hub for Lyft, Uber, the rideshare companies.
I got to tell you, rideshare things like that, those rideshare businesses, the Lyft and Uber are just Las Vegas was made for that. That is just
most properties out
that
there.
should be ground zero of every rideshare. They are the rideshare hub, Las Vegas. That's great for the city.
Well, most properties out there have the rideshare hub as part of the valet section of the parking.
Yeah.
This will have its own rideshare section.
Yep.
Which is nice to see, especially now in the days of coronavirus. Even if they have the second wave or whatever they're going to do about it, people are going to be ordering food, and Uber and Lyft offer the food delivery services.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay, good.
Uber Eats.
Oh, Uber Eats. Yeah, I've seen signs for that.
So that actually works out in their favor. There's going to be 4 retail concepts opening on October 28th as well. So that means 4 big stores.
Can't they just say 4 retail stores? They have to use the 4 retail concepts. It sounds so artsy fartsy.
Well, that's
not a store. It's a concept.
The terminology. It's
a concept. It's not just a store.
They're going to, on the 5th floor, they're going to have the pool. It's going to have a amphitheater with a 14 million pixel screen all to itself.
And this is a pool?
This is the pool area.
Wow, okay.
There's going to be 6 temperature-controlled pools and 2 spas.
All right.
This is all on the 5th floor.
Wow, all right.
The resort will have about 1,000 employees, and when it's completely open, you're going to see 777 rooms for the hotel.
All right.
So this is a big deal in terms of just the size of the hotel that they're going to be offering. And I like the fact 777. With
I guess it's a lucky number.
Yes, exactly. In the casino, not a lot of detail in terms of how it's going to be laid out just yet, but these are the numbers. It's going to be a 2-story casino.
All right.
1,350 slot machines and 49 table games.
Okay.
No word on how that's going to break down between roulette, blackjack, poker, all that stuff. But they're going to be offering all the table games. Now, let's get to the sportsbook, which I think it very well could be the most unique sportsbook, if not in Nevada, maybe the United States.
Well, the Circa Sportsbook, or the proposed sportsbook, is getting all the play. That's what I'm hearing about. It's all the that's the crown jewel of this resort. What I'm hearing, it's going
to be 3
huge.
stories, all stadium style seating.
3-story sportsbook, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
They're going to have a 78 million pixel high definition screen. Now, the feature that they've incorporated with this huge, huge screen is not only can you see it while you're in the sports book, but you're going to be able to look at it when you're in the pool area, too.
Okay.
It's going to be visible from the pool area. So if you're at the pool, you don't want to watch what they have on the screen at the pool. You can actually watch the sports book.
Wow. Okay.
So it's going to be really really an integrated resort here, and it's going to be fun to watch to see how this develops here, especially once everything is fully open, and you're going to be able to have 1,000 people.
Wow,
in the sports book.
Boy, that is a lot.
Well, stadium style, 3 levels.
Yeah,
you're going to be doing it, and of course he has worked out a deal with VSIN. The 3rd floor is going to have a dedicated broadcast studio for VSiN.
So they're at South Point now. VSiN is at South Point, right?
Yes.
Okay, and I think I think it was last year or 2 years in Atlantic City they used to do a show from the Ocean Casino, but now Mike Lombardi does a show from Borgata Sportsbook, right?
Well, they were previously at Ocean Casino, now they're over at Borgata. They are still doing the VSiN network from South Point in Nevada as well. So when Circa opens up, they may be moving over. They may have 2 studios. But again, South Point is where VSiN originated, and now they're going to have dedicated studios over at Circa.
Wow, okay. And By the Numbers was sponsored by Play Sugar House Online Casino and Sportsbook in New Jersey. Sign up at playsugarhouse.com/Pike and get a first deposit match up to $250. Enjoy the casino experience online. Play Sugar House offers over 400 games online, slots, table games, even bingo. It's like being in a casino without leaving your home. That's playsugarhouse.com/Pike to get your first deposit match of up to $250 today. Must be 21 years or older and physically present in New Jersey. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit 800gambler.org. Stick around because when we come back, we're going to have a Turnpike Sports book report where we talk about what's going on in the sports books across the country. So stick around. We'll be right back with more Turnpike Sports.
We like to think that we live in a nice, safe neighborhood. The truth is that a burglary occurs every 13 seconds, and homes without a security system have a 300% greater chance of getting broken into. How many homes in your neighborhood were robbed yesterday? You need to start protecting your home and family today. Call now to get state-of-the-art protection. To keep your family and property safe, call the number on your screen now. Representatives are standing by to assist you.
Today's trip down the Turnpike is brought to you by Drizzly, your online liquor store. Available in over 95 cities across North America, Drizzly offers a huge selection and competitive pricing with a side of personalized content. Now there's no need to leave the house. Get alcohol delivered in less than an hour by Drizzly. Head on over to drizzly.com and order today. And now get $5 off your first order of $20 or more when using promo code DRINK19 at checkout. Shop beer, wine, and liquor with drizzly.com.
Sometimes life is wonderful, and sometimes it's not. Cherish the good, but always be prepared for life's challenges. If your employer doesn't supply health care coverage and you don't qualify for Medicare or Medicaid, you need to give us a call right now. Private health care is private health insurance for ages 65 and under with medical, dental, vision, and even prescription coverage. To get the coverage you need, call the number on the screen now.
Turnpike Sports Book Report.
And the Turnpike Sports Book Report is brought to you by BorgataSports.com. Your favorite casino is now your favorite sports book, available anywhere in New Jersey. BorgataSports.com. Sign up at BorgataSports.com using our promo code PIKE, that's P-I-K-E, and you get a risk-free bet up to $300 and $20 bonus dollars at BorgataCasino.com. Must be 21 years or older and in New Jersey to place a bet. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Well, finally, we had a couple big events happen over the sports betting weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. The Belmont Stakes.
Well, the Belmont Stakes. We also had Illinois launch online mobile betting. We'll talk about that. Roar Digital made a new deal in Oregon. And 2 states released their sports betting figures for the month of May.
Okay.
So let's start with Belmont.
All right.
The entire day's race card generated a handle of $67.7 million.
Wow, great.
So, yeah, it's interesting to see the amount of interest in the race still there, especially with no fans in the stands. I believe it was a little bit of a shortened race, too, the way they had to run it.
Yeah. A lot of promotions, too.
Yeah.
I noticed I have FanDuel, and I noticed they have a deal with TVG, and TVG has a pretty good horse racing app. So, and it's, I guess they got a lot of bets through there.
Well, they're all part of the same family.
Yep.
TVG is owned by Flutter, just like FanDuel is owned by Flutter. And Naira Bets had been reporting that the race itself, $34 million in handle.
Okay.
Yeah,
the actual race.
The actual race did $34 million. The handle for the day was 67.7.
Okay, the actual Belmont Stakes race, the one race.
34 million.
Okay.
Which is huge.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there's nothing else to bet on, really.
Right.
I mean, let's be honest. It's
still about 2/3 of what it was last year. $53.2 million for the race last year in handle.
Again, it was one of those weird things that you watch, and it didn't have any fans. It didn't have the noise associated with it, but it was fun to watch.
Well, they also pointed out that last year for the Belmont Day, 39 different tracks were racing, even though the Belmont Stakes were going on. On this past Saturday for Belmont Day, there were only 17 tracks holding races.
Well, also, you have to remember with regard to the Belmont Stakes, it's this year, which is a weird year because everything was rescheduled. The Kentucky Derby was rescheduled and things like that. So the Belmont Stakes actually became the first leg of the Triple Crown. So that was a little odd to see and a little weird to watch.
Everything's a little backwards.
It is.
And also one of the other little interesting notes Naira Bets reported, Belmont Friday, the Friday race card, drew a handle of $12.5 million. That's a 130% jump from last year's Friday pre-Belmont Day racing.
Well, I think everyone was happy to get back to the racing kind of thing going on. There was a lot of parties going on at home, and it was fun to watch. It's the first leg of the Triple Crown, so it always draws a lot of attention.
Well, I'm curious to see how the racetracks, especially in New Jersey now. We just got the word that they're opening July 2nd.
Yeah,
to
the
have
fans.
In-person, in-person betting. So I'll be interested to see exactly how much more handle comes out from that weekend, especially now that people can go to the track instead of doing it mobile.
I'm not sure if I'm ready to do that, but I got to tell you, betting at home is so convenient.
Sit on your butt and just press a couple buttons.
Especially horse racing now. You have the horse racing betting apps, which is great. You have Naira Bets.
You
have TVG, which are great apps. And,
and I believe you also have, what's the one from Penn National, Hollywood Gaming or Hollywood Casino?
Yeah, I think they have one too.
Too. So a lot of different options depending on where you're at, really. Yep. But, good to see Belmont back and running. Good to see the handle. Good to see people interested in it.
It wasn't much of a race. Tiz the Law ran away with it, and everyone knew he was going to run away with it. But, it was still, hey, we're now in the, like I said, now it's the first step of the Triple Crown. So I think the other races coming up will be just as big.
Yeah, it'll be fun to see.
Yeah.
Other big news, Illinois. They launched online sports betting this past weekend.
Yep.
Bet Rivers. They were actually the first retail book in the state over at the Rivers Casino de Plain, Illinois.
Okay.
They launched Bet Rivers. They are the first mobile site to launch.
All right.
And it all came about because the Illinois governor waived the in-person registration requirement.
Which was smart.
They had to.
I mean, it was a crazy rule even before the virus hit us, but now it's just dangerous to go to a sports book to finish registering. So it's good for the governor.
So now people can register anywhere in Illinois. They have not launched the Apple version yet.
Why
by the time this airs, it probably will launch.
Apple always seems to lag behind when releasing sports betting apps. This was always an issue.
It's the native programming language issue because now that Apple has required every app to be in their own language, in Apple's own language. Mm-hmm. You can't just submit a HTML5 program to be distributed through the Apple app system like you can do with Google or a Play Store or whatever it's called, Google Play. Mm-hmm. So it's a tech issue. They had a good weekend. They had not only the horse racing, but they had the RBC Heritage Golf.
All right.
Which actually ended up being the most popular event bet on. 36% of all bets in the state.
People are betting on golf.
Yeah.
Well, they love the golf.
And 22% of the total wagering handle was on the golf tournament. Soccer had the most betting handle. 43% of the handle was on soccer events.
Okay.
And UFC brought in 29% of all bets in Illinois. That's not a handle report. That's the number of bets taken on UFC events. Yeah. So 3 big sports plus the horse racing, everything. Great weekend for Illinois to jump out of the gate. It's going to be even better.
It's too bad NASCAR was postponed, too. They would have gotten more money.
It's going to be even better once the other 6 casinos launch.
Sure.
They've got 7 licenses out for mobile betting. 1 launched. A couple more are going to be coming really quickly, probably. So we'll see what happens with that. In Oregon, had a little movement in Oregon here. Roar Digital announced a partnership with the Confederated Tribes of Grand Ronde and the Spear Mountain Casino, which means BetMGM is coming to Oregon.
Oh, all right.
And also there's going to be a retail book at the Spirit Mountain Casino as well. Let's see. Moving on to 2 states reporting their sports betting figures, Pennsylvania and Mississippi.
Okay, all right. Pennsylvania should be a little better, I guess, than the month before.
Yeah, both of them are.
Okay.
But let's start with Mississippi.
All right.
As everyone knows, no online betting in Mississippi.
Okay.
Yeah. Casinos opened on May 21st.
So they had a couple days.
They had 9 days.
9 days.
Total sports betting handle in May was $236,000.
All
right. Decline of 97.8% from March.
Okay. Well,
no numbers were reported in April.
Yeah, I could imagine. With no mobile sports betting,
Revenue was $87,000, down 86.4% from March. Year-on-year handle from May of last year, as you can expect, is down almost 99%.
Sure.
They had 17 million in May of 2019, and only 236,000. So Mississippi's starting to come back, but again, no online sports betting is hampering that industry right now.
They should rethink that. If
I
they're
would
serious
assume,
about sports betting in the state, they should rethink that no mobile one.
I would assume they got to reconsider that now. And in Pennsylvania, the handle for May was $77.5 million, 68% increase from last month, April. Revenue also increased to $4.8 million from $2.8 million. And all wagers in May obviously were placed online. Leading sportsbook for handle and revenue is still FanDuel.
All right.
And the last entry for this week's book report, Indiana. They have added National Women's Soccer League events, World Team Tennis, and German and Spanish baseball to the list of approved betting events.
German and Spanish baseball. Wow, I haven't heard of that.
I'd be interested to see exactly what those leagues do.
Is that televised anywhere?
Probably over there.
Oh, well, I guess so. But
well,
here, is it televised anywhere?
Also, you know what? Depending upon who's doing it, if it's like a Bet Rivers in Indiana, they do the live streaming.
Oh, so you can actually watch, what is it? Spanish and German
and Spanish baseball. Now, again, Bet Rivers in Pennsylvania and also Play Sugar House in Jersey, they do the live streaming. So do a couple other ones in New Jersey.
I'd be very interested to see if they live stream that. That'd be interesting.
I mean, that'd be a different league to watch, another league to learn.
Yeah, right.
So that's it for this week's book report.
And that'll do it for us this week. Hey, if you're going out to a newly reopened casino, remember to wear a mask. And it's the responsible thing to do. So until next week, we'll see you next time on the Turnpike.